What's up? It's Tony Nabel, and today we are gonna go over amazing song from The Lion King. Can you feel the love tonight? Wait, I spelled the name wrong here. Can you feel the love tonight by Elton John? All right. So before we dive into this, we are gonna go into the actual song structure. So as you can see here, it is a very simple. So verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Or you could even say this is a pre-chorus right here. But I think this is the chorus right here. So it's like a long chorus and then an outro right here. It is very simple song structure. And let's dive right into the first one. So the first one is, if based on the title of the song, this is a love song. So for you guys who aren't aware of that, it's a love song. So we're gonna go into what is it? There we go. The first line. So as we can see here in the first line, it says there's a calm surrender to the rush of day. So right here, we can see that there is a contrast right in the very beginning. Actually, it makes more sense if I just read the whole line. So when the heat of a rolling wind can be turned away, an enchanted moment and it sees me through, it's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. So we can see right away that there's day away through you. So very basic AABB structure. And these are very simple words. Now that I think about it. Yeah, no, these are pretty basic words. So let's go to the first line. So the first line is there's a calm surrender to the rush of day. So he's comparing this calm surrender to a rush of day. And if you think in the terms of the context of love, it's like, you know, that feeling like, oh, you know, where you just get that nice, like, whoosh feeling. I'm pretty sure I played in the movie in The Lion King too, where it's just that moment where like your heart drops and it's just, you surrender your heart and then the love just starts pouring in. I'm pretty sure that's what he was going for with this line. And the same with the second line. It's to put that emphasis on the surrender. So the way I'm imagining this is like the heat of a rolling wind. It's just like, imagine it's just like you're surrendering yourself and there's like a gust of wind. If you know what the heat of a rolling wind means, just let me know in the comments below, because I could not figure that out. I'm thinking literal wind blowing when, you know, you surrender yourself to love, light, and just all sorts of stuff. All right. So the next one is a lot more intuitive. So it says an enchanted moment and it sees me through. So basically, love is just, you know, it's just kind of like a stalker, you know, it's watching it. It knows, like, you can't hide from this feeling of love. It's right there, and it's an enchanted moment because it doesn't happen all the time. When it happens to you, it's like a rush of like hormones and like adrenaline experience, and then it's just like a sensory details. It's just all into one. So yeah, that's love. And then we go to the next one is it's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. So right here in the restless warrior, I think this is a very interesting line because it's like restless warrior, because like you can imagine it like in the very literal context, or I'm just imagining Simba's like, ooh, you know, just like getting a little antsy, getting a little antsy. But you can also see it as like someone who's like very excited for this opportunity, or someone very surprised by this feeling. It's just like this sort of like unexpected feelings, whether it's antsy, surprise, shocked, amazement, excitement. You can even just combine it all and just be like a, you know, a hot pot of emotions. That's how I imagine when he says restless warrior. And what I really like is, even though it's a very basic structure, when he goes from this verse to the chorus, there's like a build up. So it's like, just to be with you, it's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. So basically he's like getting the crescendo up before the chorus where he goes, and can you feel the... I think I was off pitch a bit, but you can see that like when you go up there, he does a huge crescendo for the chorus. And that's very basic in like pop songs and musicals where you have a big crescendo on the chorus. So we can see here that the rhyme structure is a bit unique. It's A, B, C, B. And right here is, to its literal context, can you feel the love tonight? So the whole purpose of the song is bottled into the feelings of like, can you feel this feeling that right now? So if you think in the terms of the Lion King, it's with a Simba and Nala. It's like this feeling is like, are we on the same wavelength? Is what this chorus is trying to go for. You know, can you feel the love tonight is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wonder. So when he says wide-eyed wonder, it's someone that's, I imagine it means someone that's like very open-minded. Someone that like, he's like, he's not closed off, you know. He's open about this experience. He's like he's a little curious, you know. He's a little inquisitive about this new emotion. So that's what I imagine when you know, Simba is like, ooh, you know, the little curiosity, you know, did not kill the cat this time, you know. So we go from here, from this wide-eyed wonder that we got this far, and he does a repetition right here. And can you feel the love tonight, how it's laid to rest? It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. So right here, it's basically just talking about love. But right here, he makes another twist where he goes from like, love is everywhere, you know. Kings, from the best of the royalty of nobles of kings, to the homeless people traveling with like not a penny to their name, the vagabonds. Everyone will experience this feeling. Like, there's no escaping it. Like, you can feel this feeling whether, no matter where you are born, you will feel this feeling. Now, if you look into the actual song structure, you can see how it's very, almost practically the same. You can see how he has 10 syllables here, 10 syllables here, 5, 8, 5, 8, 6 beat. And that was very intentional because he wants to keep the same rhythm. And when you keep the same rhythm in a chorus, it makes it a lot catchier because now you know like the melody, you can sing along much easier. So now we go in verse 2. Verse 2 is, if you're talking about like a personal feeling, as you can see the word with the words you, this one is more like universal, like something that like everyone can experience, because now he goes from you and he switches it to everyone. So he says, there's a time for everyone if they only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope move us all in turn. So for those who don't know, a kaleidoscope is like that nice, like, you know, that jewel that like you played with in elementary where like you look into it and it's just like a bunch of colors and it's like a bunch of like, you know, you're on a trip basically, but you're sober, you know. It's like that's what a kaleidoscope basically is. It's like a sober trip. Like this instrument that like you look through it. And right here he's basically saying like, yeah, anybody in this world can experience love. It'll happen, you know, later for others, earlier for others, but like as long as you're open to the experience, you know, you'll feel it. There's a rhyme and reason to the wild outdoors when the heart of the star-crossed voyager beats in time with yours. So he's just saying in a very, very fancy way that it's like, you know, if you're a traveler, this could be taken metaphorically. It's like, you know, if you're a traveler, experience all sorts of stuff, this is one of the things that you want to experience. Whereas with, there's always a reason. He says there's a rhyme and reason. He's like, there's always a reason why things happen. And with love, if you think about it in terms of the context of love, there's a reason why it happens. So it's like you're fated, you're meant to be, that kind of feeling. It's like, oh, I found my, you know, my one, my true one. That's the kind of feelings it just brings out. Especially during, you gotta think in terms of Lion King, because this is like what the song was made for. You know, Simba and Nala is like, oh, you are the one. You know, everyone can experience this, but like, you are the one. And right here is the chorus again. And as you can see, it is completely the same from here. You know, typical pop song. The outro is also very common. Basically, he picks the very last part. But the thing is, when he does the outro, it's slightly different because the arrangement of the song, it's like, and can you feel the love tonight? And it bumps it down a bit. So instead of going, it's enough to make kings and vagabonds, like when he says that during the chorus right here, it's mainly there's a huge crescendo, all the bands, all the music is playing, but then right in the very outro, it just cuts out. So the purpose of that is to emphasize on the feeling that love is everywhere. Everyone is going to experience love. And he brings it to the point where the way they arrange the music is basically focusing on his voice to really point out that, you can't escape from it and you will experience it no matter where you are. So yeah, that's it for the analysis. Let me know if you have any questions, and peace out.